final round of the season, and it all comes down to this. Top spot is up for grabs, with Blacktown City FC in control, but APIA could spring a surprise. 4 teams are in the hunt for the remaining final spots, meaning every game is important, whilst the relegation battle continues into the final week. The thrilling action starts as Sydney Olympic meets Sydney United 58. 6th place Manly host Parramatta FC. Rockdale hope to hold on to 5th against Bonnyrigg. 2nd placed APIA host the Spartans. Marconi travels south to meet the Wolves, trying to keep their top flight hopes alive. And in our match of the round, Blacktown City FC try to lock up the premiership against the Sutherland Sharks. That's a great ball. It's opened up for Malia. Major's on the scene. Well, surely now it's coming to Blacktown. It's all exclusive to Football New South Wales TV. This is the PS4 National Premier League New South Wales Men's 1. Rockdale came into this one with a hold of the 5th and final place in the playoffs. However, with 4 other teams still in the hunt, they needed points in a tough match with Bonnyrigg. But the Suns' hopes took an early hit when Bonnyrigg grabbed the lead after just 7 minutes. Yuta Kakata's corner eluding everyone and finding the back of the net in bizarre fashion. And 5 minutes later, the deficit grew larger. Tynan Diaz finding space in the box to tap home and make it 2-0. And the third goal soon followed for the White Eagles. Munso Gill firing in from distance, giving Bonnyrigg a sensational third goal. It was 3-0 and all inside the opening 15 minutes. Idris El Hafian came close to pulling a goal back for the Suns on 62 minutes, but he couldn't quite squeeze it home. And Rockdale's horror day got worse a minute from time, as Stephen Heathskis was adjudged to have found Robbie Younis in the box, giving away a penalty. The striker dusted himself off and coolly converted past Ivan Lisevsky, making it 4-0 and giving the White Eagles the perfect prelude to the finals. So the defeat ends Rockdale's push for 5th spot, a poor performance on a day when they needed anything but. The South Coast Wolves came into the final round in 6th spot, just a point away from 5th, but they came up against a passionate Marconi side, hoping to stave off relegation. But it was the Wolves who started the better, Jordan Murray heading over the bar on 13 minutes. But it was the Stallions who were unlucky not to go ahead soon after. Jacob Atubia's free kick striking the crossbar. But the game would turn on 58 minutes. Peter Simonovsky was on his way to goal, but he was brought down by Sam Nastich. The keeper seeing red for the challenge, putting Marconi down to 10. And the Wolves capitalised on the advantage on 72 minutes. Jordan Murray cannoning the ball home, 1-0. And 5 minutes later it was 2-0. Simonovsky linking with Laval, who doubled the advantage. And Marconi's season ended on a sour note as they went down to 9 men 10 minutes from time. Jacob Batubia sent off for his 2nd yellow. So the Wolves prevailed 2-0 and they take a big step into the finals with that result. A huge second half of the season by Jacob Timpano's men, whilst for Marconi, it's a disaster. APIA took on the Spartans knowing they needed all 3 points and things to go their way in order to upset Blacktown City FC at the top. But things didn't go their way early, the Spartans taking the lead on 13 minutes through William Much. APIA would find an equaliser though just 3 minutes later. Franco Parisi drilling the ball home from the edge of the area, 1-1. And Parisi fired APIA into the lead on 19 minutes. The attacker curling in a vintage free kick that kissed the post on the way to goal, 2-1 to APIA. And it was 3-1 on 27 minutes. David Diapuzzo finishing well with a powerful finish. But on 33 minutes, the Spartans re-entered the contest. Josh De Silva unleashing a shot from distance, which found its way to the back of the net. APIA would lift again though and make it 4-2 just before the break. Parisi finding Diapuzzo once again, who grabbed his double. But the Spartans just wouldn't go away and pulled a goal back from the penalty spot on 64 minutes. Brad Bartels brought down Futa Nakamura, and the referee had no hesitation in giving a penalty. Shu Sasaki converting the spot kick. It was 4-3 and game on. In 5 minutes from time, the thrilling contest was complete. De Silva equalising after an innocuous free kick from Sasaki found the striker, who converted from close range. So in the end it finished 4-4, with APIA failing in their attempt to upset Blacktown City FC. However, they wrap up second spot and they'll hope to spoil the party come finals time. Sydney Olympic welcomed Sydney United 58 to Belmore Sports Ground, knowing they were secure in the finals, but Sydney United 58 needed a victory to have any hope of fifth spot. And it was the home side creating the chances early, Will Angel forcing Justin Passfield into a good save. On 47 minutes though, Olympic would have the lead. Harris Gatatsis linked with Scott Bowderson, whose shot was incredibly saved by Passfield, but the rebound would fall to Gatatsis, who rocketed a volley into the net. And it was almost 2-0 a minute later. Braden Sorge's cross found Bowderson again, but his header went agonisingly wide. Olympic almost wrapped up the contest on 72 minutes, when Michael Gatatsis' free kick looked destined for the back of the net, but Peter Triantis was in position to head it off the line. In the end, Olympic hold on for the win, finishing fourth, whilst United's season won't include finals this time round. Manly came into this one still in the finals race, whilst Parramatta FC wanted to protect their NPL Men's 1 survival. And the Eagles made the best possible start, opening the scoring after just 3 minutes through Marco Sama. And they had their keeper to thank for preserving that lead on 28 minutes. Luke Turnbull saving well from Brendan Chalakian. And just before the break, Manly would go close again. Daniel Bragg's volley cleared off the line by Patrick Gatt. But soon after the interval, it was 2-0. Shane Ardle doubling the advantage for the visitors. And it just wasn't proving Manly's day. Chalakian seeing his effort cleared off the line by Gatt again on 54 minutes. There would be some late consolation though for Manly. CJ Arditi scoring 6 minutes from time, but it wasn't enough. Parramatta FC run out 2-1 winners. So Parramatta FC come up with a performance when they needed it the most. No finals football for Manly in 2015. Time now for the match of the round. Blacktown City FC welcome the Sutherland Sharks. The visitors are out of the finals race, but are hoping to finish the season on a high, whilst the home side go into this one sitting top of the table and wanting to not only hold on to that title, but also take some momentum into the finals. So an intriguing 90 minutes to come. Let's go and check out all the action. So a sign of the early nerves here at Lily's Football Centre. Cancross with it, showing his experience. Now Lewis. Araujo. What Blacktown do so well, so composed at the back. They're willing to hold possession and build up from the back. Riding high, of course, a great season, but here at the final hurdle, not done just yet. Speranza sends it in. Sharks haven't quite got it away. O'Connell can't do so. Araujo won the tackle well. Still going, Araujo. Needs support. Nice 1-2. Here's Araujo. Crumsell for to Major. They have the opening goal. It's taken all of 6 minutes. And Blacktown City FC will have the lead. It's their minor premiership to throw away, and they've made the ideal start. Lovely work from Araujo. Denham made a great save, but Major's on the spot. And it'll be 1-0 to Blacktown City FC. And we mentioned the early nerves. Well, they're out the window now. We've seen the goal really bring Blacktown to life. Major. And tell me just runs over it. I'll go all the way back to Denham. He's turned it straight to Speranza though. Here's Evans. Yeah, tell me, good turn. It's opened up for Evans. Here's Major. Can he get a second? Oh, I just couldn't make the connection in time. That was a pass from Evans and, well, it almost worked out. So the Sharks breathe a sigh of relief. They've been up against it early, but it is only 1-0. They can certainly come back from here. Here's Jovovich looking for support. Cut out by Cancross. It'll be a corner to the Sharks. So Hayes takes the corner. Sent in. Cancross heads it clear. Blacktown haven't managed to clear their lines though. Park sends it back in. Major. No one in particular. Marley's got possession now though, and Blacktown have some numbers. It's 3-on-1 at the back. And Telmy's on the scene. So too is Choi. Here's Choi. He's going to try it. What about the finish from Danny Choi? Had Telmy wrapping round the back, but he didn't need him. And it's suddenly 2-0 to Blacktown City FC. And how about this from Choi? He just sizes it up. And Denham can only watch on. And the Sharks defence caught napping at the back. They were caught short again. Here's O'Connell. Been busy this afternoon. The Sharks go long, direct. Here's Lokalingoi. Great strength from the youngster. Wins possession well. Here he is again, Lokalingoi. Right to the challenge, but it's all Blacktown City FC in the middle. As I say that, they've turned it over. Here's Jovovic. Lokalingoi! Great chance for the Sharks. Probably the best we've seen today from them. Here's Antelmi. There's no need to rush things. They're firmly in control here, Blacktown. They've had their moments, the Sharks, but they still trail by 2-0. And the minor premiership looks like coming to Blacktown. That's a great ball. It's opened up for Malia. Major's on the scene. Well, surely now it's coming to Blacktown. Major grabs his second. It's 3-0. Great assist from Malia. Once again, you've got to ask questions of the Sharks' defence. But Blacktown City FC are turning it on. Great ball. Just splitting the Sharks' defence open. Malia finds Major. Great run as well. And all of a sudden, it's 3-0. Great vision from Malia and recognised the run as well. Denham picks it out of the net yet again. Here's Lewis linking up well with Araujo. Now Malia. Araujo again. He's been busy this afternoon. Speranza. It's all coming off for Blacktown. Malia getting involved. Araujo. Oh, brilliant ball from Araujo. Oh, it's brilliant from Blacktown City FC. Danny Choi adds a fourth. He grabs his double as well. And how good is this? They're top of the table for a reason. And aren't they turning it on at Lily's Football Centre? Splitting them open. Choi makes it 4-0. O'Connell has his pocket picked. It's Choi. He's on the search for a hat-trick. Still going, Danny Choi. Confidence is high. Things start to come off. Didn't quite get the bounce there, though. Hayes links up. Lokalingoi now. Doesn't have a lot of support. Now finds Connell. Turned over. Choi. One in well. It's a great ball from Gibbs. Malia's got to track it down, but he has it now. He loves to run at defenders. Here's Malia. It'll fall to Joey Gibbs. It's not going to count, though. Brilliant work from Malia. Denham made a great save and correct decision in the end. Could have been 5. This is where the Sharks have let themselves down. Just haven't really dealt with the press of Blacktown. And persevere though. They do trail by 4, but it's not over. Can they find a goal? Get some sort of consolation from this one. They just open up for them. Here's a chance for the Sharks. Oh, it certainly has. They've pulled a goal back. It's a quality strike. They have deserved something. They've toiled hard. Great reward for the youngster, Pete O'Shea. Quality strike from him. It will not be enough, though. You have to think. If you look at the replay, just not dealt with by Tamaris. And O'Shea sizes it up. He was only going one way, and that was to the back of the net. A hard-fought contest. And that is it, full time, here at Lily's Football Centre. Blacktown City FC will raise the trophy high. They are minor premiers. Premiers for 2015. They have a job to do in coming weeks. But for now, it's celebrations around Blacktown City. It's full time here at Lily's Football Centre. It's finished. Blacktown City FC 4. The Sutherland Sharks 1.
A great way to celebrate it with a special win, bring home the premiership. What are your thoughts after that game?
Oh, ecstatic. You know, it's a long season. It's a tough season. You know, you start way back in November. You know, we had a few changes to personnel after last year, but we were very confident that we brought in would be able to do the job, and the boys have been outstanding. I mean, you know, to a man, there's just they deserve everything that they've got today. My staff, everybody, the whole club just deserves everything that we've achieved today.
Yep. Obviously, the season's not finished yet. Still finals to play. But what does it mean to win a league? Is that a true marker of this side's quality?
Yeah, look, I'm a big believer of that. I mean, everywhere around the world. I mean, Australia love their grand finals. You know, we love our grand finals in all sports. But you know, after 22 rounds, you've played everyone twice to come out on top. I think that's a benchmark. And you know, look, there's some good sides in this league, and on any one day, anyone can beat anybody. So to win this one and come out on top is very special.
All right, so a disappointing end to the season today brings the curtain down on your year. What are your thoughts on the season as a whole?
Look, the season was a bit disappointing. We lost some important players of the club early on and never really replaced that quality, which includes the captain and the top scorer and the second top scorer. So, and then basically was the spine of the team. So we brought in some young players, a few new ones, and sort of worked away from there. And look, we had our moments, and that was the biggest loss really of the year. We lost 3-0 to Sydney United's second game, but we missed 2 penalties in that game. So really, this was the only game where I'd say, you know, we were pretty much outplayed in the first half particularly. I don't know whether it was just a game too many for us, like the season had already ended, so trying to get the boys up for it was a bit difficult, and we had a few injuries.
Yep. Obviously, your last game in charge of Sutherland, what do you take away from your time at the club?
Look, I enjoyed it. I think it's a reasonable club, but I think the club needs to move forward and bring some more players in, and that's what I wanted to do. Bring some more players in and build the club up so we'd be challenging for the top 4 or top 5 next year, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
So the regular season has come to an end and 5 teams have the chance to be crowned champions. Blacktown City FC lifted the premiership high, but work begins again next week as the race to the championship heats up. Looking at the first week of the finals, and Blacktown City FC earn a week off. Sydney Olympic take on the South Coast Wolves in an elimination final, whilst APIA Cup meet Bonnyrigg in a preliminary semi-final. So make sure you join us next week with Football New South Wales TV bringing you all the action. I'm Adam Santarossa, thanks for your company, see you next time.